7 minutes of terror. After 350 million miles from hypersonic speeds through space to wheels on the ground, this is the analogy given to describe the landing of the Mars rover Curiosity. The rover was sent on a mission to find the elements of life. Maybe the question could be answered: is life possible on other planets? The technologies used to create Curiosity, from the bearings to the aeroshell, are all mission critical. It took absolute perfection to conduct a Mars landing in Gale Crater on August 6th. I want to give you, the audience, the experience of the mission to Mars, the technologies used, and the 7 minutes of terror, the landing. Is there life beyond Earth? Could there be a planet in our own solar system capable of supporting life? Curiosity's mission is not to find Martians, but it is to study the crater in which it landed, Gale Crater. It will spend a minimum of 2 years examining rocks, searching for molecules with a carbon base, and searching for any evidence that proves Mars was once flourishable with life. It will dig and take photos and attempt to discover evidence of past life, not being intelligent, and if water was actually on the planet. The study is being conducted to possibly find out if Mars was an inhabitable planet for humans, animals, and plants. There is evidence that water once flourished on this planet. Is it possible that there's still water on this planet? Many scientists believe that water is the main ingredient for life. If we can find liquid water on this planet, then maybe life can be supported. NASA spent over $2.5 billion on this mission to Mars. Every piece of equipment and every bit of technology were mission critical for Curiosity's mission. That means if one bearing doesn't allow movement of a joint, or if the wires are not insulated properly, the mission would fail. Many companies came together to build Curiosity, like Lockheed Martin and Honeybee Robotics. Due to construction of Curiosity being a NASA secret, I have found some basic information on some of the technologies used. Lockheed Martin came up with the aeroshell. This shell encased the rover of a mere 100-pound parachute used to ease the landing on Mars' surface. Instead of absorbing heat, it reacts chemically when it enters Mars' atmosphere and releases the heat as a gas to protect the rover. Propellant tanks were used to create the thrusters. These thrusters made it possible for Curiosity to navigate and land safely on Mars after traveling at speeds of up to 13,000 miles per hour. A thermoelectric generator was used to provide Curiosity with heat and electricity. This generator was built to withstand the vacuum in space, the unstable temperatures, and radiation on the surface of the red planet. Honeybee Robotics also came up with a device for examining and storing specimens, soil samples, and the atmosphere. When these samples are stored, they are actually sealed with a force of up to 250 pounds. Timken, who was involved in 2 previous Mars missions, created the bearings to help Curiosity's moving parts do so smoothly. Dunmore used a wire insulation technique used in several other space programs, including the Hubble telescope and the International Space Station. They used an insulating tape to protect Curiosity's wire from electromagnetic waves, radiation, and the extreme temperatures on Mars, which fluctuate from negative 199 degrees Fahrenheit to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. These innovative pieces of technology are a critical part of making the mission to Mars a success. After traveling at speeds of up to 13,000 miles per hour over a span of 350 million miles, the moment the engineers, NASA, and the world were waiting for had finally come. 7 minutes of terror is how the landing of Curiosity has been described. It slammed into Mars' atmosphere at 13,000 miles per hour. The friction created during this fall would slow the craft down to a little over 1,000 miles per hour. Once it was safely into the atmosphere, a mere 100-pound parachute exerting 60,000 pounds of pressure would deploy, slowing the rover to the Mars surface. Once the parachute deployed, the craft released its lower heat shield, revealing Curiosity's radar equipment needed for the safe landing. Soon after that, explosive bolts are triggered, separating Curiosity from its upper shield and parachute. At that point, the sky crane procedure begins. The sky crane looks sort of like a turtle shell over Curiosity. It uses rocket engines to hover over the surface, using tethers to direct Curiosity into the Gale Crater. After 7 grueling minutes, Curiosity finally landed on Mars. The landing was a success. After hearing a few things about the technology, the mission, and the landing, you get a whole new experience of Curiosity's mission to Mars. It is a perfect ending to a new beginning for big science. While Curiosity searches throughout dirt and rock for the possibility that life once thrived on this red planet, we wait to see what it discovers. Thank you.